what's up guys? I decided I was gonna rearrange my cord here. This is not a lesson video. This is more of a strategies video. Sorry I look really ugly right now. I don't think I've taken a shower in like a day and a half, or shaved obviously. Probably need to brush my teeth too. Anyways, so, you know, if you want to thrash, I'm just going to say a couple things that I believe will help us thrash better. And, you know, okay, let's just start with technique, the important stuff. Alternate picking, that's when you go up and down with the pick, like extra fast, like. Alternate picking when you switch strings, you know, when you switch strings, you can kind of end up in the territory of economy picking, which is something I'll talk about in the future. Anyways, with alternate picking, if you're having problems with it, we want to think about just a couple things. First one is your pick. I don't know if you can see that very well, but you need a sharp pick. You don't want like a ridiculous pencil sharp pick, but you need a good point on there. At least I do. I think that helps. Not too sharp, but just sharp enough. And Paul Gilbert uses paper thin picks to do this, but I can't do it like that. I have to use very thick picks. This is a 114 Dunlop. I don't know exactly what type of pick. It's just Dunlop. I think it's made out of some sort of composite stuff. When you buy them, they're covered in powder for grip. So think about your pick, and then if you're having trouble with it, you gotta think about tension in this arm, and you cannot. I mean, you get better at it with practice and time. There's nothing I can say that's gonna just take the tension out your arm. But you need to think about that when you're going for the, you know, fast machine gun picking. Even for me, if I try to do it for too long, or if I stop thinking about it, I'll notice I'm flexing my bicep for some reason, and it doesn't help me achieve it. So I don't know why I'm flexing, but I tend to tense up when I'm, you know, trying to pull off difficult things. Usually in my right arm. My left arm doesn't really tense up. And another thing. Try not to make this video that long. That might end up long. I'm sorry if it does. Another thing is, I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come to me. It's gonna come to me. Oh yeah. Look it. That's as fast as I can move my fingers. Period. I cannot move them faster than that. If you were to do this, I'm sure it would be about the same. You know. So when we're going for like. It's not really about how fast your fingers can go. It's about getting your mind up to speed with your fingers, because if it doesn't, it won't work. It'll be like basically your fingers are moving quicker than your mind. But you know, having some sort of rhythmic approach to what you're doing, like if I was gonna play that, I would accent the note. It would be like right there. That's gonna help you lock up, and it's gonna help your brain realize where you are in the phrase. Another thing that I want to start an actual revolution is the ability to stop and go. Rather than having to gradually build up to. Like you'll just do 2 slow and then, or how about 3 slow and then mega fast. That's pretty sloppy, sorry, I'll try this. I just call that stop and go, and what that helps with is so hopefully you can get a good view, is it just helps tighten things up, especially if you have low or no reverb. I do run reverb, but I run very minimal because you want to be able to stop on a dime. Meaning you don't want to strum that riff, do you? It is easier and it kind of sounds okay, but it's, you know, it kind of sounds tighter if you're able to insert those stops where you want to be able to stop and go again. That's where stop and go can kind of help tighten up your grooves. And I want to start a revolution because, you know, even Van Halen, who's amazing, he'll have to build up momentum to do the, you know, like Van Halen will kind of be like, where I think it'd be sweeter if you could just be like immediately. Rather than like building up momentum. Alright, you guys, I'm not gonna bore you with any more talking. Would like to mention that I'm gonna give guitar lessons now for anyone else who wants to learn how to shred, play chords, you know, play acoustic, whatever they want to learn how to do. So I'll actually put my email address at the bottom, or you could just find me on Facebook or whatever. But you know, shoot me an email if you want some actual instruction, tutelage. I can sit down and take you through the exact steps I took myself through in order to basically learn how to shred, alternate pick, economy pick, all that stuff. And you can do it. You can do it. You know, you kind of just need someone to sit you down and make sure you achieve X before you move on to Y. And I can show anyone how to achieve these things. I mean, you go on YouTube, you look at like little 11-year-old girls that can just bucket head it up. You know, you guys, anyone can do it, but sometimes we need a teacher or an instructor.